What's up guys? So this is the tutorial video for the if I had 50 seconds to audition for Polyphia video. Some of you guys were asking for a tutorial in the comments, so yeah, we're just gonna get into it. This one's a fun one. So the tuning is E, A, C, G, C, E. So your D string is going to be tuned down to C, and your B string is going to be tuned up to C. But for this video, I'm just going to refer to the names as if it's standard tuning. So I'll call this the D string and this the B string, even though they're tuned to C. So it starts out 12th fret on E string, 9th fret on D string. So you plug those together, and then you hammer on 9 to 11 on the D string. And then you'll hit vibrato there, you'll hit your whammy bar. So then you pull off from 11 to 9 on D. And then open G string. From there you go on the 12th fret on the D string, slide up to 14, vibrato again on your whammy, slide back down to 12, slide to 11, then 9. So you do that vibrato as you slide down. And then it's going to be 10th fret E string, 7th fret D string now. So we're moving this shape down 2 frets, and it's going to be the same thing. Hammer on 7 to 9 on D string, vibrato, and then pull off. Except for here, we hammer back on one more time. You kind of have the ghost note here of the 7th fret G string because you're barring this fret here, and that's fine. Alright. And then from there, you hammer on from open to 7 to 9 on the A string. And then from 7 to 6 on the D string. So it'll go. And now we're moving down to a C shape. So you're going to start with 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, pluck those together, and then hammer on from 2 to 4 on the D string. Follow the same motif of vibrato and then pull off, then hammer back on. So it'll be 2, 4, vibrato, pull off, hammer on. Alright, from there you keep this shape. So you're going to pluck the 3 and 4, but now you're going to add 5 on the G string. So you pluck those just one after the other. And then you go from 5 to 4 to 2 to open on the G string. Then from there we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to move the shape down. So it's going to be 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the D string now, and then open G string. So we do one plucking one after the other. So, and then you hammer on from open G string to 2nd fret. So together that is. Now we're going to 2nd fret E string, 2nd fret A string, and 3rd fret D string. And then open on the G string. So you pluck one after the other. And then from that open G string, we're going to hammer on 4th fret, vibrato, and then slide to 2. So B. Okay, so moving on, we're moving back up to the original shape, so 12 on the E string, 9 on the D string. We're going to do the same thing, pluck 9, hammer on 11, vibrato, pull off, and then open G string. And now we're going to slide from 12 to 14 on the D, vibrato, and then slide to 16. So 12, 14, 16 with the vibrato. So just like that. And then 12 to 14 on the G string after that with another vibrato in between. So it's all slides. And then you're going to do 14th fret with your thumb on the E string and 14th on the G. Pluck those together. And then hammer on from 14 to 16 on the G string. Vibrato. Pull off. And then 16 to 14 on the D string, slide down. Open B string. And then 14 to 12, slide on the A string. And then open G string. Alright, so it's going to be slowly, something like this. And the last notes are 9 to 10 on the A string. So you just kind of hammer on from nothing there. Now we're going to do 11th fret on the E string and 11th fret on the D string. Pluck that together. Hammer on from 11 to 12 on the D string, vibrato and pull off. Alright, and then slide from 12 to 14 on the A string. Open G string. You're going to move down on the A string, slide down from 9 to 7, and then open D string. And then you're just going to tap the 7th fret with your left hand of the E string, and then open A string. Okay, so I'll do that again slowly. And then you finish this little section with just 2 simple chords that we've already used one of them, so it's going to be 2 on E string, 2 on A string, 3 on D string. And you tap that with your left hand from nothing when you're finished the phrase. So you'll tap and then strum it once. So it'll be, and then slide up to 7 on the E string, 6 on the A string, 6 on the D string. Strum that once, so big. Alright, moving on to the next part. So you're going to bar the 7th fret for the A, D, and G string with your first finger here. So it's going to be open E string, the 7th fret on the A, and 7th fret on the D, and we are going to hammer on to the 9th fret and vibrato, and then pull off. After you pulled off, you're going to pluck the 7th fret on the G string, and then hammer on 9th fret of the D string, slide up to the 11th fret. Alright, and we're going to hammer on from open to 7 to 9 on the A, and then tap 6th fret on the A string and 7th fret on the D string together. Alright, so as you're tapping that part with your left hand, you want to start bringing your right hand up, because we're going to be tapping these next notes with our right hand. So we tap after this. We're going to use our right hand to tap the 12th fret G string and slide it down to the 11th fret. And with your, so I tap that with my middle finger. With your ring finger, you're going to pluck the open B string. Alright, so middle finger tap 12 to 11, ring finger open B string, and your index finger is now going to tap the 11th fret of the D string. So it'll sound like this. So as our right hand is finishing tapping that, we're going to move our left hand down here to this original C shape, except for we're barring the 2nd fret here. So the frets are 3rd fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G string, and 2nd fret on the B string. Okay. So we pluck that together with our right hand somewhere up here because we're going to be tapping again here in a second. Alright, so when we pluck that chord, we're going to hammer on from 2 to 4 on the G string with the vibrato and the pull off again. That same theme we've been doing. Except for we do 2 more pull offs. And we hold that whole chord the whole time. Alright, so the next part is you let go of that chord and you're going to start plucking with your right hand now. So you pluck open E string here, high E string, with your middle finger of your right hand, and then you're going to hammer on from nothing really, so just to get the note, and then pull off to open. So you hammer on 2nd fret B string and then pull off to open. While you're doing that, your right hand with your index finger, you are going to tap 11th fret and slide down to 9th fret of the D string, and then open G string. Then the final part of this little tapping phrase here is a tapping with your left hand of the 7th fret on the E string and the 9th fret on the D string together. So, alright, and then you're going to pluck the 7th, pluck the 9th, slide up to 11, vibrato, and then slide back down to 9, and then back down to 7. So it'll be. Okay. And this next phrase is kind of a similar one to the last one, how it starts. So it's going to be 9th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the D string. So you pluck open E, 9 on the A, 7 on the D, and then we're going to do the hammer-on vibrato pull-off again. So it'll be from 7 to 9, back to 7 on the D. And then one more hammer-on there. Alright, now we're going into the next tapping part. And this part's kind of quick, but it's pretty easy. So you're going to hammer on from open to 7 to 9 on the A, and then start hammering on the 7 to 9 on D, and then tap the 11th fret of the D string there, and then start tapping with your left hand on the 7th fret of the G string with the slide to the 9th fret. And now our hand's already here, so we're just going to tap the 12th fret of the G string there. Tap the 9th fret of the B string. and then with your right hand, the 11th fret of the B string, and then finally with your left hand, sorry, the 10th fret of the E string. Alright, I'll do that again slowly. Alright, so from this position, with our middle finger on the 10th fret of the E string, we're going to pluck the open A string and the 10th fret of the E string together, and slide from 10 to 12 on E. Then go back to 10 and pluck it again. Then we're going to slide from 12 to 15 on the E, pluck 14, pluck 12, pluck 10, and then 11th fret on the E string and 14th fret on the high E string. So it'll sound like this. Okay, and this next part is very simple. It's going to be 12, 11 on the B string, 12, 11 on the G, and then 12, 11 on the D, and then 9 to 10 on the A. So. Alright, now we have our final ending chord. It's just an E minor. This is going to be open E string, 4th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, open E, okay, and this last note here, it's a pinch harmonic. So this is actually pretty interesting if you haven't used pinch harmonics before. So 12th fret harmonic is there, right? But a pinch harmonic can be anywhere relative to the specific fret. In this case, it's going to be the 12th fret. So when we're doing our little 4th fret here on the D and the G, I just bar chord it and put my pinky on the 6th fret of the B string, right? So we had this chord. And now what I can do is I can go to the 18th fret up here, which is 6 frets above the 12th fret, and do a pinch harmonic. Because you're basically making that the 12th fret relative to where your pinky is right here. So that's the last note, and you get the pinch harmonic by placing your finger on very lightly on the string on the 18th fret and plucking with your thumb underneath it or behind it, closer to the pickups. So it goes like this. Then you vibrato. Alright, that is the whole song. There are tabs in the description, and I'll put the original video in there. Feel free to go back and watch it. Hopefully this was helpful. Yeah, let me know if you want to see any other tutorials. I would be happy to do them, and there's, more original stuff coming, so yeah, if you want tutorials for those in the future. Thanks for all the support and the comments on this video in particular. That was awesome to see. And yeah, we're gonna keep going, so see you later.